Hey, what's up guys, RichHomieQuinn here. We're going to be doing another VOD review of Flight Edgey, Liquid Scented, and S2 Rehx on the Trios Cash Cup and how they dominated. So we got their match history right here. We're going to be going through all 9 games to see what they did early game, mid game, and end game, and see what made them on top and play better than other teams. So first thing, just looking at the 9 games, you can see that they survived through almost all the games except game 7 right here. And it looks like they had 0 games with 0 points, which is really important. So we are going to hop right into the first game and see where they land and how they take their early game, and see how they also got that victory royale. Alrighty, so hopping into the first game, it looks like they are landing Loot Lake, which is a hot spot right now. So that means there's going to be those little drones around carrying tons of weaponry. So I can expect for them to get something out of that. It actually looks like they are uncontested. If I am right, we're just going to hop on over to everyone. Yes, so they get Loot Lake uncontested while it's a hot spot, which is going to be huge. So just seeing how they're landing right now. One's going factories, the other one's going towards modern, the other one's landing towards electrical. They might just be landing like this, obviously, because they saw that no one was going Loot Lake. So not really going to be analyzing their early game too much. We're going to hop into the first mid-game fight in just a second. Alrighty, so hopping in the first fight, there is a team that rotated into Loot Lake. They just got done looting all Loot Lake. And they're sort of just going to be trying to get a jump on these guys, trying to get a beam on one of the players here. Since it's sort of marking out, he sees that they're sort of low. So he's going to take the advantage to actually get some high ground on these players. These people are still oblivious that there being another team here. Since he gets a beautiful beam over 100 damage on one of the players, as one of the players heals on the other team, one of his teammates actually starts building for height, which I don't know if is the play, because it's sort of a solo play. So, again, this guy solo pushes for height. This trio doesn't really look like they really know what it is. A team who they're playing against, so Edgey, Scented, and Rehx control. Scented is dead team pulling his box. Gets a huge chunk on the other guy too. Trying to get that game in. Doesn't really need it right now. Just that 50 HP goes into this guy's box. A little laggy. And he does finish the job. So that was just a really quick wipe. They had tons of heals. Off of that, they got a chug, and they actually ended up upgrading their guns and stuff. So that was definitely a favorable fight. Plus the 3 points. That's going to mean tremendous on the leaderboards. So we're going to hop into more of a later game. See what they do. Alrighty, so look at how close Scented, Rehx, and Edgey are all together, man. This is great. This team play, all next to each other compared to this team right here. Bam, easy kill. Look at how far he is away from his teammates, and they kill him before his teammates can even arrive. They're still flying in from the drone, and that's an easy down. Speed it up a little bit. I'm guessing they aren't going to be able to fight the other team, as there is another team coming. So that's an easy point right there, though. That was one of the easiest kills that you can get. Sees that there's a fight. You don't really over-engage on it. See that one of the teams just gets wiped, so they now want to decide to play for endgame. As you can see, Sented's inventory is definitely ready for endgame with all this mobility. When they have really good mobility, as you can see right now, they have an RPG. They have almost really everything you need right now. They're going to be set for endgame. So we're going to go over to endgame and see how they play that out in a second. Alrighty, so we're hopping into endgame right now. We have a sort of central position of the zone. It does actually go across the river, so I want to see how they rotate this. Don't even really know if any of them have launch pads. It doesn't look like they do, but I can almost assume that they have launch pads in a trap after looting all Loot Lake. I think this is a visual glitch. So they also do have a lot of impulses, so I wonder if they use these impulses here. Another thing to look at is that they did not pick up smokes, so that will be interesting if that is just something that they decide not to carry in future games. So it looks like they're going to be doing a triple here. Really just discussing it right now. So it looks like they actually split impulses between everyone. That looks like Scented and Rehx did a impulse together. Edgey did his own. So sort of pause right here, see where they all are situated. Really separated, but as you can see, they all have impulses to get to the next zone. So basically, one of them just dropped their SMG or a flintlock just to pick up the 2 impulses, make sure that they can get to the next zone. So we're gonna see what Scented does here. Sort of see how they regroup since they're very separated from each other. It's a huge point. So they actually pick a player. It's Rehx. So they want to play near him to see where Edgey's at right now. Beautiful play for Scented, right? Gets right into the zone. Doesn't really focus on just looking around other than looking on people rotating in. He doesn't get this kill right here, but this is at the place where you want to look. People who have to go towards you have to focus about building, have to focus about Storm on their back. So this is a beautiful just game sense by Scented here. So we're going to switch over to Rehx to see where Edgey's at. Edgey's still not in zone, I'm pretty sure. So we'll actually watch him see how he gets in. This is one impulse, perfect. He gets right onto Scented. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Doesn't build above Scented, moves to the right, builds right next to him. Beautiful play. That's really small, but he was going to probably end up moving down to Scented anyways and making another box. So that's a really huge thing when it comes to mat conservation, especially since this Trios Cup, you do not get mats on kill, which might have helped them that they're really frugal when it comes to their positions. So now they're all grouped up together. Rehx up a couple layers. So now we're gonna really see some kills hopefully come in here and see how they retake walls together as a team. Right now they're just really just looking for AR shots. So nothing too big. He gets an easy kill right there on Aaron, as he actually wasn't even in zone yet. So also got lucky with zone right now. So zone's actually going to be going towards the loot. So the loot's like right here. So the zone is going to move over the loot. So they don't even got to take storm damage. They're going to get mats and stuff like that. Just replenishing, probably maxing out one of their players. Because that guy looked like he probably was a ball player. And he's going to have a lot of mats on him. Edgey actually takes some storm damage. Don't know if he really needed that. They're actually getting naded right now, which is actually sucky. So they weren't really over peeking or anything, so there's no reason. They actually do have some extra splashes, it looks like, and they picked up from storm, so maybe that's why they went for the small storm damage. They realize that there's a team below them. They could have a heavy sniper, could shoot them down. So they make sure to tower build their walls. Get ready. So now they pick up the extra mats. Pretty sure Edgey's maxed out now. Max. Really see what they're going to be doing here. Rehx actually looks for some kills on rotation. Are they going to be using an impulse here? It's going to be interesting. I only assume that they will. They actually do have a launch pad, right? So they use the launch pad here, and then they're going to take high. Beautiful, right? It's a beautiful play. Great time to take high right now, especially since they just got a kill. So that means they just got replenished. On one of the players has max mats, man. At this point, means huge endgame. They use the launch pad, so they're basically in zone. They're not in zone yet, so when they take zone right now, they're actually going to be unfortunate that my drone takes me all over here, but we're going to head over. I could probably just click on the player next time. So they're going to be going up on this built structure, and they're going to be looking into zone, shooting at anyone that's trying to rotate, and then they can probably maintain high and get a couple kills. You always want to take high ground as early as possible. Just for the fact that you can get so many kills from high, from people gliding in the air, and you can really see who's really low from that eagle eye point of view. But at the same point, you don't want to take it too early, since you might run out of mats and get contested by some teams that have more mats and will just build fight you until one of the teams dies. So we're just going to hop onto Rehx and sort of see what he does here. He does get beamed, and he sort of does messes up his glide. Maybe just out of panic that he got beamed, but he doesn't panic enough to a point that it hurts him, actually. He gets up to a safe position and then pops his heals. He's going to be regrouping up with his teammates. And look, they have max height. Let's keep an eye on how high they stay above their opponents. Right here, they're getting kills. They're playing right now. I think it's too high above their opponents, which one protects them from getting shot down. If they got shot down right here, they will not take any damage. And 2, it's good to play 2 high instead of 1 high, just for the fact, let's say this team has impulses below, right? The impulses could do huge amounts of damage if they're right above them. And they can also easily get ramped up on. But playing this 2 height distance on teams below you is a great play, especially in this current meta. So I definitely recommend, if you ever have height, always play 2 above, especially at this point of zone. So we're going to hop on to, let's see, we could keep watching Rehx as he does frag out this end game. So we're going to continue watching his gameplay, sort of see how they got started going there. So zone's rotating onto a mountain, and at this point, a lot of people are going to die this zone just for the fact that the zone rotates up into tilted from the river. So that means a lot of people are going to have to change altitude and their height and build up a little bit more, which usually makes people fight more. People aren't running on the mats and end up dying into zone. And the Rehx and Edgey and Sented don't have to worry about going about any lower, since the elevation is going to be perfect. When it fully goes over that, they're still going to have some leniency. Let's say they get shot down, they won't take fall damage because of the height that they're currently at, and it's going to be into tilted where there's a lot of buildings and a lot of structures that they can sort of play off of. Rehx does get shut down right there. So this is actually, I wonder if they're getting contested for high. It doesn't look like they're getting contested. He did have a redeploy, so he didn't feel like it was necessary to really land right under. He sort of landed towards the zone a little bit more. Going to be turning down the volume here soon, just for the fact that it's kind of loud, man. I don't want it to be too loud right now. Let's see, I got my settings real quick. So let's turn down my volume down to like 25, so I can sort of, you guys can hear me a little tiny bit better. So a lot of shots have been going off right now. So really, they're just maintaining high, making sure that they're using all their AR bullets. Rehx is doing a great job fragging out. Misses a wall right there, actually misses on the kill. Sort of sucks, unfortunate. It's really hard to get that wall placement from that angle that he was on. He actually did end up getting the kill, so it didn't cost him other things. He died from fall damage or storm. And again, like I said, it goes onto those buildings, so they didn't really have to drop down early at that river because of the next zone on top to tilted. So now they're just spraying the ARs from different angles, all really just going for shots, man. Doesn't really look like they're almost too high at this point, since they aren't really getting too many kills. But you got to worry about, what if a guy impulses above, they could take high and maybe we can even lose this game. So they're playing safe right now. They send Rehx down to go frag out, while Edgey and Sented sort of stay up for the heal. Sented's raining down RPG shots, and Rehx is just trying to get these kill points, right? He isn't going down too much into 50-50. He's sort of just poking around, making sure he stays alive. And it looks like Edgey's probably staying up right now, since he probably has the heals. Beautiful replays, puts the pyramid in, perfect. All right, beautiful play. Really simple. Takes the cone on top, the floor. Then once he does that, instantly he doesn't go for a shot, he goes for a pyramid, so the person can't protect himself with a stair or anything like that. And then he goes for the shot as the guy tries to edit out, and he started just in a panic, and Rehx 200 HP can obviously just destroy him right there. Looks like it's going back off. They're really just fragging out right now. So let's see how many total frags they got this game. They got a total of, I think it was 12. So that's not bad. They got high ground pretty early, which allowed them to get that many frags, as they only got 4 kills sort of mid-game. They didn't even get any early game kills. So it's they got an 8-kill end game, which isn't bad at all. That's wiping almost 3 squads. So that's great work by them. They start off with a victory royale, 21 points or 24 points. It's really just going to put the momentum into the next game, as we're going to see just in a bit. So it's a great play. They didn't have any mistakes within that game from what I saw that really were an impact mistake. And yeah, so we're going to hop in the next one, see what happens there. Alrighty, boys, hopping into game number 2. They are contested. They sort of land at electrical, and then Sented does his own thing. He sort of solo pushes, and then you'll see what's going to happen here as a really good regroup. So Sented's just loot in the middle right now, as you can see bottom right on the map. Rehx and Edgey are sort of just farming up. Hop on the quad. Beautiful. Kamikaze is solo at Modern, man. And then they just totally bully him. 1v3 away from his teammates. That quad play was really good, mixed with a misplay from Kamikaze sort of being solo over here. And they just body him. And now his teammates sort of come over. A tiny bit late, and they just beam him, this guy. And we'll just see how this fight pursues and sort of see how they sort of target certain opponents together as a team. You know, Alien's white. So let's get height on him. It's a huge misplay by the other team. Edgey sort of focusing that one skin that he beamed earlier. Help scented instantly from the high ground position. Actually kind of gets kind of sloppy here. But they can res scented here, and they get 3 kills. Edgey was there for the trade from a distance. And so he did get it through and didn't allow the opportunity for it to be a 2v2. So wasn't as bad as it could have been. They sort of also recognize that this is a Team North, which is a good play. And they win Loot Lake a little sloppy, but they win it 3 points down, and we will speed up it towards the end game. See how they play it this time. So hopping actually into the mid game. So it looks like what Scented, Edgey, and Rehx do, they sort of just stay at Loot Lake. Loot Lake's a very central position. Looks like this retake team is a team of 2. So they sort of just want to W key, get this game over with. That's an easy kill. When he was throwing the splash, there's a little delay towards the time where you can throw a splash, and then you can turbo boat a wall, and Rehx got the kill right there. Rehx being really consistent when it comes to getting these kills. Perfectly complementing the duo of Edgey and Scented. And so they get 2 easy kills there, man. Basically, just walking loot llamas right there, and they also get 2 balls, so maybe they can implement these balls into the end game, as we will see right now. All right, so right now this game isn't as stacked as the other one. They again are on the edge of the zone right now, and they have to move all the way across over towards the volcano, or now it's pressure plant. So we're gonna see how they're gonna be able to do that. So they have some impulses. They have yeah, so this looks like they have some impulses right now. Don't really know if it's glitched out, and then it's showing they have a launch pad like the other game. They're getting focused and pressured by this team, because that team is trying to see if Sense's team has a launch pad of sorts, when indeed they do not, from what we know right now. So this is actually, they have barely any utility. Looks like they actually do have a launch pad with that right there. So yeah, there you go. Great replays. Showing us not what they have in their trap slots, unfortunately. So they have a launch pad there. I think they set right next to a geyser. They do not go for height right now. And they are sort of just chilling right now. As you can see, they get most of their kills endgame, which is really important. They're not always overextending right now and going for shots right now that can maybe get them sprayed in the back or sniped or stuff like that. They go for the win. They know that they're going to be able to win, and then they're going to be able to frag out endgame, which is a great way to play it. So they are sort of playing it safe by moving out away from this team above them, as they were trying to take their walls before. But as you can see, they're not forfeiting it right now. They can forfeit it if they have to, but for right now they're just chilling. I'm going to speed it up a bit and sort of see what they do right there. See, look at perfect. They were turbo boating that, but they eventually got it taken, and now they're still just turbo boating above them, and they can always move into the box behind them if they have to. I think perfect. There they go. Now they have space in between. They also have zone here, which is going to be really nice. So let's see. Who should we hop on to? So it's like Rehx might be doing something here. They do have, I think, double heavy snipes too. So it's sort of unfortunate that they haven't really gotten anything with those double heavy snipes so far. So here comes a rotation, circle moving. And now they're going for shots. Perfect. Again, circles moving back towards Dusty. They're sort of focusing people that are over towards pressure plate, because they have to rotate. So Now they're just taking their time. They're sort of just looking around, seeing if anyone else is using a launch pad. I think there is a geyser near them, so they might be using that. So to rotate the next zone. Perfect. Look at that. Edgey does get beamed a little bit in the sky, which is kind of unfortunate. And now, again, same point of last game. It looks like they are actually going to be looking for a high take here. Rehx goes for a 50-50, and he actually gets 2v1. That's a misplay by Rehx. So we're going to see how Scented and Edgey can actually clutch it up here with a man down. So they haven't gone for height now, since they are just sort of playing aggro. I think he beamed past and he just heavy sniped right into his wall. Love to see it. They don't get the game end yet. There they go right there. Now they can get max out on mats. Right, so now they're a duo max out on mats. Scented picks up that slurp, and now they're gonna do an impulse together. It worked out pretty well. Scented, oh my gosh, Scented going off right here with this combat, man. Let's see. They're sort of playing kind of solo right now. They both are really outstanding solo players. Scented is actually out of impulses now. So we're gonna head over to Edgey, see what he's doing here. Edgey's not on the low ground as his duo Scented is, and he's actually looking on to drop down with them, possibly, or Scented is trying to regroup up. And that's indeed what they do. Perfect. Took some time for them to regroup, but they eventually did it without one of them going down. Scented's sort of just protecting his buddy Edgey here when he's trying to get this big cutoff. Beautiful rotate, the wall take. Ooh, can't get him since he's smoked. Got some heals. So they're just playing mid ground right now, just doing a tarping. Their mats are pretty decent right now. Actually, no, they aren't too good, but now they are going to be good since Tavern said, why not? Let me hop onto this box. But there's actually no mat bonus right now, so they don't get the 50 or the 150 mats. Tavern, again, really low on mats. Edgey's really low on HP, but they do take height. They have barely any builds left. They just got to heal up, and they do not get zone 2, so I don't think they can go over too many little builds. Edgey should try to get this mini off here. The guy tries an impulse for height. I don't think Vinny hit too many of his shots there, so Scented got an easy kill. Now there are 5 players left. Someone who just launch pad, so that's going to be an easy 50 pot for Scented and Edgey. Or is it? Since they're out of mats, they sort of can expand. So let's see what they're going to be sort of focusing. They're really focusing on this high guy together. Which I don't know is the play. I think they might just want to drop down. As you can see right here, they do drop down. Edgey hits a beautiful shot, man. That really does bring them out of a tough situation. Now there's 4 people left. It's 2v1v1. Since it's still alive, they're sort of taking 1v1s right now, and they both win their 1v1s. Kind of crazy there. Kind of got kind of hectic. I don't think. I think one of their misplays there was Scented was still trying to fight for the high ground, try to shoot down that guy who launch padded for high. When they maybe should have just committed down to the low ground people sooner, since they sort of ended up being split up and stuff like that. But I can't believe Scented stayed alive as long as he did. Really hectic endgame as a result of Rehx sort of putting himself in a disadvantageous fight. So I think next time if they just get together and try to stay alive as a team longer, they have his extra max mats or close to max mats, and they could easily frag out a tiny bit more. But again, they got the same amount of kills as last game in this game, so I don't really know if it really hurt them that Rehx went down. But obviously, they played pretty well as a duo trio, and we'll see it hopping in the next game, see how that one goes. So that's 2 wins in a row. Keep that in mind. Alrighty, so the name of the game is consistency. 2 wins back to back. Both 12 kills in both games. That got to be feeling good. Alright, so this is sort of a different start. I am just now seeing this, so we're going to hop on to Scented. He actually goes for an early drop, and it looks like it's sort of glitched out right now. So we're going to try switching to Edgey. So actually, they are going for a sort of like modern drop for Loot Lake until they turn around and say, wait a second, no one with the block. The block's like laggy for us, and it's also the hotspot, man. So they said I might as well pull a Typhoon Cloak over here and get 1,000 ammo for all my guns. And yeah, so they take the block over. Okay, so honestly, that's a huge dub. This good map awareness right there. I'm gonna be skipping ahead because since the block updated since the last time they played, it is really glitchy. So we're gonna hop into the end game since that's where it looks like they pop off. So see you guys in a bit. All right, so before we hop straight into the end game, I want to show you guys sort of how they position. This is indeed, I think this is the third zone. So when the third zone's out, you want to centralize right here. And this is what they do, and this is why they always have really good positioning when it comes into the future zones. As you can see, their inventories are really stacked right now, so they just got to make sure they stay alive, and again, they'll frag out endgame. So this is sort of how they rotated. They use quads, hoverboards, slipstreams, just to sort of avoid as many mid-game fights as possible because they are really confident in their end game. So yeah, so we're going to skip ahead right here to see sort of how it is. Again, so if you centralize where they do, you 100% get next zone, and now they're big chillin', half in, half out appears, and now they can go for shots and stuff like that, and use those launch pads to get them towards zone. Alright, so right now they're just chilling in their boxes, man. And another thing to point out that they did use metal there. Whenever they box up, they usually use hard mats. So make sure to do that if you are playing as a trio or a duo or even a solo as yourself. They went for central. Positioning right here of half in, half out. They sort of are getting sprayed by a team below them and above them. They don't panic, man. They stand their ground. Just chill. Again, always on the same layer as their teammates. Always playing right next to each other in the boxes, man. Really close and collected with a lot of AR shots being able to be shot right now onto that team. That team just got mowed. I was trying to look and see what that team was doing, and I had no clue what they were doing. So it looks like another guy was trying to go for the loot, and they're just going for beams right now. He's getting so many shots right here. So they're actually peeking out the same one by one with a stare. I don't know if that's a peeking strategy, but it is indeed working out for Sensitive Energy here. And next to this race ran in the back with him. It seems like it isn't working too great right now. They're trying to knock down some older structures just to see what loot's there. There's a lot of loot there. So I want to see if they sort of go for it. Next called out that there was someone actually taking out the floor above them. I think what they were more afraid of is someone picking up that rocket launcher. They don't really want another rocket launcher in play other than their own. They're usually a high ground team, and a rocket launcher can sort of win the high ground. So again, they're not going for a height right now. Edgey's gonna put the rocket launcher in use. Actually, I lie. So we know how they take height now, man. When it comes to the, I think this is this first moving? Well, it's the, yeah. So I think it's, yeah, the first moving or second moving. Oh gosh, well, it's the sixth down. And they usually go for a height here. They have someone go and try to shoot down old high ground while two of their players 90 up for height. They weren't able to do this last game because Rehx got caught in someone else's 1x1. This game they can actually take it. Beautiful rocket launcher by Edgey. They do actually use redeploy. Redeploy, don't usually see too many teams using it, but it works out for them. Don't really know if these RPGs are the most effective, as they are usually just to keep people at bay right now. It looks like that's what Edgey's doing. Doesn't really want anyone to really contest with the impulse or something similar to the sorts. He could have probably got a kill there if he had it below, but they ended up getting the kill anyways. They're sort of focusing, seeing what teams are sort of like trying to focus them, so they're trying to focus that team back. They don't want to get shot down. sort of up pretty high, but they're connected, man. That's the name of the game. Let's not get shot down right now. Rehx is dropping down a little bit. Maybe go for a little bit more aggro when it comes to frag it. And we will hop onto his POV. As he is getting tons of kills out of Sky. And they have so many maps right now that they're big chilling, honestly. And they're doing sort of like a layer strat. So they're on layers right now. Maybe a miss build right there. I don't really know why. Good fall damage there. Oh, beautiful play. Instantly puts a cone in a floor above the enemy. Easy kill, man. Clean and collected. It goes for 50-50. Or should be calling out some help. I think one of his teammates was dropping down. He's out of mats now, actually, which is really unfortunate. He does have a smoke here. Great awareness play by Rehx right here. He's playing for himself. He's going to be going for a smoke. He's probably going to frag out right here. Might go down, though. Goes for another smoke. Wow. Really, really safe play while his teammate's above. He doesn't want to throw his life away and give another team a chance. He goes for an impulse. Not the best impulse, but again, it was on the side of the hill. Oh, my goodness. We will not watch his POV anymore. Alright, so hopping over to Edgey. They are actually getting contested for a high right here. Edgey about to hit him with a dim and dome. I think Seth is probably out of mats. And yeah, so they're just really just fragging out right here. Edgey and Scented going off. Scented regroups with the Shadow as he has 0 mats right now. Edgey's just putting down that RPG, which is really just allowing Scented to catch off guard. Goes off a hill. Might be scary. Uses the Shadow to get down. Beautiful play. RPG. That guy had no mats. Even with the dead bodies there. And they win. Again, I think Rex's death right there was sort of because he went over aggressive on the enemies. I think maybe that playstyle could have worked when it comes to the extra mats on bonus. He would have replenished his mats and stuff, but sort of him dropping down and doing a separate like he did a separate tarp there, which sort of caused the lack of his mats. So the small stuff like that, tarping as your team, maybe they all should have been on the same layer, just so Rehx could have had a little bit more mats and he could have played aggro in the future, and he could have maybe even built up. So that's sort of unfortunate that there is no mat bonus on kill, but it could also been caused of him not tarping with his teammates and tarping a layer below. So that's something to keep in mind too. So yeah, so we're gonna hop into the next one, and that's 3 wins in a row. Great plays by Scented, Edgey, and Rehx. This is a 16 kill win if I am correct, which is crazy. 3 wins in a row, man. It's almost hard that they don't get that first place. So we're gonna see how they maintain it into the 4th game. Alrighty, so hopping into the 4th game, they get contested by 2 teams here, 2 other teams. So they sort of have a lack of loot right now. They don't really fight anyone, so I'm just gonna speed it up and sort of see what happens if they try to fight, and then if the other team just rotates out, since I'm pretty sure right now they have a couple games to throw away, so they don't mind testing team early. But then at the same time, Scented's probably just commenting to his teammates, we just need to be consistent. We don't need any more pop-off games. We just need consistent games. And they do try to play aggro on these kids, but they do just fall back, waste their time and mass and sort of stuff like that. This guy does have just some height on them, so they just don't want to continue pushing, as it would be more 50-50. And so they sort of just have to accept that they won't get a lot of loot lake, and it could impact their late game because they might not have as much rotation and loot as they would hope. So it looks like one of the teams actually did rotate off, so hopefully they get more loot off of loot lake itself. We're going to hop in towards the end game and sort of see what happens there. Alrighty, so hopping in the end game, they're actually set up towards the edge. They were getting shot by this one team right here that really wants to play aggro on them. Maybe that team doesn't have too much utility of sorts. There's also a lack of presence of a third party, so that other team just has so many stinks, and they're like, might as well just go for these kills right here. They did beam up Rehx tiny bit earlier. They do have 2 launch pads on Edgey's team, so they don't want to die here. Beautiful GLs by Edgey here, bouncing him off of his floor. This team is just going for a full-on PG fight during an endgame. Scented actually gets that kill, but he did get tagged up, unfortunately. So it could be pretty bad. All right, so right now, so Scented healing. Rehx is sort of doing his own thing right now, and Edgey was playing high ground right there. They're all sort of taking 1v1s, which I don't think this is a good play. There's a trio, so 3v2. You should play as teammates, and we will see if that is actually the cause of what gets him killed here. So Edgey's taking a fight right here. Rehx is really low. He does have 3 big pots. Scented gets downed. I actually want to back this up and sort of see what happens to Scented here. So Scented gets the first kill by his trap plays, so nothing's wrong with that. Edgey was right on his back, same with Rehx. The trade. Rehx gets tagged right there, sort of going for a solo play. Scented sort of goes for some help. Misses a couple shots, goes for a play, goes for a sting. And that guy did a really aggro play on the Scented there. And was just really confident with it and caught Scented with the stink out. I think that stink play was a good play. It just sucks that was the result. So now they won't be able to get the reboot on Scented, especially with this late game. So we're just gonna hop on to Rehx and sort of see how he regroups up and gets these big pots popped, hopefully. Edgey should really be trying to get over here and drop him a couple big pots. He's actually just really focused on pressuring this other teammate. I don't really think that's the play. I think it took too much time for Edgey to drop those big pots to his teammate. And in result, this teammate still, the enemy team still got the minis popped off that Rehx was trying to stop with his GL. Really solo play there by Edgey. I don't really think that was the play there, and now Rehx, in result of that, has to play solo. Really, I think that fight, they need to play together as a team more, and it really sucks that Scented got pushed when he was trying to play the stinks, but definitely in that 2v2 situation, they could have played it a tiny bit better. As they all are very good solo players, you never know what will really happen in a 1v1 situation against solo players. So he tried to retrieve the 2 launch pads that Edgey had off his body, and he isn't going to be able to get really anything from this. He's probably going to be taken out here. I think he picked up Scented's 4 stinks. It's really unfortunate, as they wasted almost 20 minutes just to only get 2 kills. It really sucks that the other team sort of played aggro on them too, sort of forced them into that fight. As shown before, that they're really good at endgame. Maybe mid-game fights are something that they lack in. It might be their weakness. So he gets taken out there by Johnny. So we're gonna hop to the next one, see if they get tilted off of it, or if they just continue doing what they're doing before this game. All right, hopping into the 5th game here. They do have a team with the same exact arrow colors contesting them at Loot Lake here. So I'm just gonna hop onto all the POVs so you guys can sort of see where everyone's at. Kind of separated. Rehx, I think, has 2 enemies right next to him, but he does have the high ground. I think Edgey just hit a beautiful deagle shot onto the opponent, and Rehx is communicating that there is a player right there. Does not overcommit to go for 1v1, waits for Scented to come over. Even though he does go down there, Scented does get the trade. It's beautiful team play. There is an opponent coming right on top of Edgey. Edgey actually ended up getting that kill, so everyone was there to put a helping hand in getting that kill. Edgey's sort of trying to farm up right here. Goes for a kill on to straight. So that was a pretty good early game fight, not even gonna lie, man. Even though they're all really separated, they played as a team. That is really crucial when it comes to trios, man. So we're gonna hop into the sort of late game and see how they play there. Okay, so hopping into Scented here. He's actually pretty far away from his team, but he just heard a reboot, so he is going straight to the van. This team's playing ballers, and so he's sort of just really bullying them by breaking their ballers, and then he goes for shots. He shows that he's white. He's going to be able to get one kill there. Let's see if he can actually capitalize on the second one as his teammates do arrive. So it's beautiful. The shots by Liquid Scented right there, taking advantage of people who just rebooted. They're going to be obviously low on mats and weaponry and HP. And so they end up just getting that one kill there. They end up getting a game end right there. So yeah, I mean, this is really easy kill points right there. Regroups as a team, and now there's going to be continue playing for endgame, and maybe they get another mid-game fight. Alright, so hopping over towards the end, we got Scented with a heavy sniper, man. You know what's going to happen when there's a heavy sniper on Scented. This action right here. Bam! What a beautiful shot by Scented. Easy kill. Make sure that teammates aren't going back for the res. They aren't. Easy kill point. He's going to regroup with his team. We're going to head over towards the end game. Let's see how they play it this time. So half in, half out. Bam. They're kind of low. So they're going to be getting aided here. Happens to almost every team. Trying to rotate in. Teams just don't want to let you be. There's actually a guy right next to him. Don't know. As you can see, as they're just trying to pop kills right now, they're not going for any edits. Edgey can easily bop these people to the right. They're just all going for turbos, man. They're not really going for anything else other than making sure their teammates are healthy. Rehx actually does a misplay. Scented doesn't drop him the minis. He pops a big pot instead. So Rehx is going to have to pop another big pot if he wants to. And Sented's like, oh, why didn't you just pop my minis? I have 4. And then there we go. So they get zone here, which is pretty fortunate. They do have a launch pad, so let's see how they implement that through their game. Really fortunate that this team right next to them too didn't pressure Sented's team while they were trying to heal. Oh, they see a down guy. You know what that means. It means a W key. For the loot, at least. Oh. Kind of awkward right there, but the opponent does actually make it out of that sticky situation. So let's see how they're going to rotate this. I saw that they just picked up some impulses. They do have a launch pad. So this is probably going to call for a launch. They're going to be going for a zone here if things don't change. A lot of teams are actually going for high ground right now. Let's see if Edgey has an RPG. They do not have an RPG right now, which is pretty unfortunate. But again, they have a very set playstyle, man. You know, they're probably going to get a lot of kills here, too, from just shooting down these people who are playgrounding for whatever reason. They take height. Again. So 6 zone, they take height. Beautiful plays. Almost reconnected. Not an issue though. They're talking about, oh, there's some more impulses over here, and so now they're chilling on loot. Upgrade that shotgun Scented. Yeah, upgrade the shot. That won't make a difference though. They have a lot of mobility. They have a lot of mats right now. Right now they need to be focused about using their arrow bullets, man. They're really not spraying at all. Might be a misplay. Might be missing on a couple kills right here. It's always holding the mouse one, especially when you have 200 plus ammo. Scented actually gets taken down. Maybe overpeaking a little bit there. Maybe not aware that there's a team that could have shot him there. So we're gonna have to see what Edgey is gonna have to do. Don't know why Edgey goes for a impulse play. We're actually gonna go back here and see what caused Edgey to do that impulse. So let's see what's happening here. So they're going for a spray. I sense he's trying to get a different angle on this guy. He gets sniped. Then they get a perfect height launch pad onto him. Edgey goes for an impulse and then gets Smith off the side. I think by that time he's just tell Rehx, use your smokes, regroup with me, drop down. Rehx is sort of thinking about it a little bit too much. It doesn't cost him though. Edgey is chilling right now. Messing up his tarps, panicking a little bit in my opinion. Really just throwing impulses that don't really have too much thought into them right now. Now they're still separated. Rehx should probably try to impulse or something to get back up to, or no, Edgey should impulse up to Rehx. That is what he's going to be doing. I really think all these impulses right now are really hurting Edgey more than anything, but he actually does get the regroup onto Rehx, and now they get to use these chug splashes. Don't know if they got the chug splash, if he got the mini off before they used the chug splash. I mean, this by Rehx. Beautiful shot by Edgey there. Says, trying to take my stuff. So right now they're 8th place, so they got those points. They're just getting GO'd down. Looks like they get separated. Rehx gets GO'd down all the way down, and now Edgey's like, yep, this is gonna be playing sort of my life right now, which I think is the play right now. Beautiful. I was gonna say beautiful impulse. I think that impulse is a good impulse. Towards zone, and it got him out of the sticky situation. Allows him to survive a little bit longer. 5 teams alive, and they actually die at the 5th place. Wow, so that was a pretty hectic endgame. I think that, well, the reason why they kind of got screwed over was Edgey getting sniped, or no, Senti getting sniped there. But I don't think that was really his fault too much. It's just sort of unfortunate they got sniped there. But I also think that maybe Edgey and Rehx should have regrouped a little bit sooner and a little bit cleaner. They could have saved a little bit of mats and maybe even retook height. Edgey could have dropped a couple of impulses over to Rehx, and they could have impulsed up and maybe gotten height there and won it. But I feel like there was a lot of separate play there, which is sort of just because of the hectic endgame. But again, not a bad game. They get how many kills right here? They get 8 kills. I think, yeah, 8 kills, and they get top 8. They didn't get the top 4th, so they miss out on the 3 points. So it's not a bad game. Again, they just need to be getting consistent games since they already gotten their 3 pop-off games at the very start with the 3 wins. So we're going to hop into the next one and see what they do there. And hopefully they can win that one. Okay, so hopping in to the next game. They do get contested. So they aren't getting Loot Lake for free. They have to fight for it. They like to favor this electrical side, which I think is probably the best side, as the factories they get destroyed on the other side. Rehx has a really good drops here. I haven't seen a time where he's missed a drop that resulted in the death. He has really good awareness right now. Was trying to get an angle on this opponent who was ramping up. Shoots him down, making him waste mats. Doesn't have too many mats for himself. Waiting for Senti to come over here before they start a fight. OG still. Ooh, beautiful shot by Rehx. Oh, this is actually against Ghost Aiden. Sean and Ian. So let's see what they do here. So they get a knock. They don't over aggress on that knock. Edgey actually gets a kill onto Aiden. Wow, that's crazy. I think Aiden is easily one of the most difficult teams to fight early game. That took a lot of shots to kill Rehx, and so they just end up getting the trade. So that's just crazy. Good deke shot right there by Rehx, which I think single-handedly won on that early game. So that's a great play by him. So we're going to hop into the mid game right in a sec. So I'm sort of cutting to the end of this fight as it is at the block. They got in a fight at the block. And that's where they rotated out towards. And there's another team here. Just didn't want to start at the very beginning just for the fact that the block is not loaded. They're playing together as a team. They're taking a lot of 2v1s here, which is an improvement from the other game. And beautiful play. I think that was by Edgey, by just playing his life, man. That's all he needed to do, play his life, wait for his 2 teammates to come over and finish out on the kill. So that's a great play by them. We're going to hop in towards the end game, boys. Okay, so they survived half and half out. Nothing really happened too much. They sort of just using their launch pad, man. What I can say is that they have almost a launch pad every single game, and that's just off of the fact that they fight for a good spot, man. They do not want to really hold themselves back on loot so they can test a great spot like Loot Lake, which results in a lot of chests and a lot of vending machines. So they can get beautiful things like a launch pad. Just helps a lot with late game. So they actually had 2 launch pads, matter of fact. Gonna hop on an Edgey. Again, this is when they take high, boys. Wham, wham, wham. And they go for the 90s, man. Oh, such an easy high take. So like a 1v3 situation there. Beautiful plays. That guy just impulsed off the map or something like that. No, he survived. And they get zoned. So Scented just stays up at top. Really great awareness by Scented, just to realize that he needs to play on old builds just in case someone launch pads up or impulses. They can actually lose height. But we're gonna head over to Rehx using these beautiful stinks. Maybe should go for a couple of stinks and then for sprays right now. Not really using his AR, man. You have 500 AR bullets. Gotta put those bad boys to use. Sort of hectic right now since it is going over old builds. There was maybe attempts for high ground right now. Yeah, it looks like a team trying to fight up for high ground. But they aren't getting a chance to lose it. Again. Alright, so now they should be going for AR shots. Good stuff for Rehx right here. Just shooting. Even if he doesn't see him, he sees where the builds are. Just sort of trying to knock down that team. Here's the smoke. Still stays on top. Goes back over some old builds still. And yeah, let's see if this guy's actually going to contest for height. No, he doesn't. So I just wanted to get to the next zone. So again, they don't need to pop off with frags right here. If they just get a win here, that's just going to secure them even more with that first place. Really good play here by Rehx, sort of expanding out, getting different angles as his teammates are spraying from the top of the roof. He sprays by the wall, so the guy has to turbo build a wall and a roof, which is great plays. I think every trio team needs to learn how to do that, is finding different angles. So now they just play aggro. Impulse, uh-oh. Fortunately, there's only like one more person alive, so they want to be able to do much. As Rehx said, my head now, easy win, easy claps. So that was an easier game for them. Not gonna lie, I think they played really well as a team. I think this is probably one of their best games that I've seen them play so far. They're definitely in their rhythm, and this is what makes them so unstoppable. It's just that bread and butter gameplay. So we're gonna hop in the next one. Again, 4 wins now. I mean, they're going off. They're doing some work right now. Alrighty, so we're hopping into game number 7, and I don't know if I really agree with what they do here. Let me just hop onto their POVs. So they actually decided to go for a hotspot Hamlet. Don't know if this was their backup plan. Some teams when they get in first, and other teams know, oh, they go Loot Lake. If I see them in my game, I'm gonna go Loot Lake just so I can hopefully beat them and ruin their chances. Oh no, I'm an idiot. All right, so we're hopping into the next game, boys, and one thing to recognize is I think that they switched up skins too, so they just don't want people to snipe them. But this is one of their W key games. They've made it to Endgame so many games that they probably are running out of time to fit all 10 into the 3 hours, so they end up going Happy Hamlet. Bus is coming from the left, bottom left, and it's also a hotspot, so they figured, hey, there might be a good amount of people coming Happy Helmet, and they were right. Total of 4 teams there, putting themselves. They're hoping to get a couple points here, and they regroup as a team. Man, this is really good team play so far, and not really in an environment that they're used to. Happy Hamlet, you know, kind of cold compared to Loot Lake. Sort of nice over there, like 80 degrees weather. So right now, I think they're probably just going to look for a third party of some sort. And this might be the third party that they spot. They use these chug splashes on all their teammates, which is a huge use out of them. This goes for a flank. Easy beams. Bam. Ooh. Life armor. And they get 1 kill. Sent it as a high ground. Going for some deke shots. Just playing slow right now. I think a lot of let's see what's happening right now. We're actually getting W keyed. Ooh, he goes for a really aggro solo play. Oh no, Edgey was right there, so that's not a bad play. As he does get the trade. Wow, he almost flicks and kills another dude. That's crazy. Crazy aim by Edgey. We're gonna switch over to Scented there. Scented's like, dude, I was at high ground, boys. You guys are going a little bit too wild, but again, it is a W key game, so they probably don't even want to play this out. They just want to get as many kills as possible. So that's what Rehx was sort of thinking. He's like, I should just W key this guy. I think Scented's trying to get the game in on this guy, possibly some points. I don't know if that guy who was down would be a point for them, but this team. As he's obviously laughing, thinking that he's did something, when he's soon to realize that Liquid Scented, they didn't care about this game and that they came first anyways. So I don't know why that guy would really taunt. But again, not a bad W key game. They got what? 3 kills, better than 0. Again, they're gonna be really unstoppable when it comes down to the end of things. So we're just gonna hop into the next game. It might be a W key game. They might play it out. We'll see. Alrighty, so hopping into the 8th game, they get another hot drop at Happy Hamlet, and boy, is there a lot of people here, man. It's gonna be kind of hard to even say what's going on, because it's probably this all gonna be this straight up aim, and that's what they are really good at. Liquid, Scented, and Rehx, they both get the gun first, and they just frag out, man. That's what I'm talking about. Scented actually ended up getting down. Perfect. Scented comes where his down was, and Edgey gets another kill. So now they're just trying to pop off. Edgey might spot the guy. Yeah, he does spot him. No, he doesn't. Does he? Doesn't spot the guy in front of him. They did get the reboot card from Scented. So let's see what they do here. They're kind of looting now. Kind of taking it slow. Oh, there's that guy who came from who knows where. I think that was Flesh Factory area. And that's an easy kill. So I'm just gonna speed it up a little bit. Take it kind of slow. See, Rehx is gonna be doing some work here. We got some really good health. Teams are still fighting. There isn't. Oh, there is actually. The blue team is the only full team right now. Is that an RPG I see? Oh, beautiful, beautiful play by Rehx right there. Bread and butter right there. Edgey, perfect, man. Coming at the perfect time to get the trade. Playing as a team, that's what I like to see. So now they have a 1v3 situation here. But an RPG is in play. They do have an impulse here too. I'd like to see Rehx use his impulse to get height. Oh, beautiful play. I don't really know if that RPG was the play though. Did he get beamed? Oh, I just died in the kill feed. Surprise, surprise. What the heck happened here? Edgey just went off. Whoa, I was spectating the wrong person. Alright, we're gonna go see what Edgey did real quick, since it got hella fast. Alright, so while they're all focused on... Ooh. Okay. See you, Edgey. Oh my goodness. Someone's Kovacs up. So while everyone was focused on Rehx impulsing with the RPG out, Edgey just says, yeah, I'm gonna slay every single one of you guys. So that's a beautiful play by Edgey right there. And yeah, they ended up getting Happy Hamlet. They're like, why not, man? We got so many kills. This is a W key lobby. We killed half the lobby here, so that's going to be easy placement points. So they end up playing this one out. So we're going to see what sort of happens like towards the mid game. So they got ballers. They saw an airdrop. They're like, I'm going to go over and get that airdrop. And this team over here trying to contest them. Edgey sort of getting some really good information right here of a sort of flank area, sort of commenting what's going to be happening. They do all have ballers here. Looks like there's multiple teams here, so they're really just trying to third party. They don't want to be the team that gets third party, which is a great play and great play calling. especially when you are doing as well as you are. You want to play really aggro just because you have all the confidence in the world. So they get landed on right here. That's pretty hectic. Again, these people are just trying to WP. There are only 7 teams remaining, so they did actually get there. They actually got the top 8 points, and they're getting some more elims. Edgey's right there for the trade. Beautiful. Keep Scented alive. Oh no, that was Rehx for the trade. Edgey looks like he got eliminated above. It's a good trade by Rehx. This guy doesn't know where Sented's getting res right now. Oh my goodness. That guy is oblivious. So Rehx doing a beautiful job turbo building. Doesn't have an RPG, dude. I would send it an RPG right there. Probably not reloaded though. So he places a cone there so he could do an RPG safely. He's getting WP by these guys. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a trap there. I'm gonna switch over to Scented right here. If he would have hit that RPG, he would have done work. So there's actually, they just need to kill 2 more teams and they get that placement. You think that this would be a pub lobby? It's kind of crazy that this is how the games are. Destroying this dude in air, gets destroyed by his teammate. Is it a 1v3 right now? Yeah, he's gonna actually be called. Wow, I can't believe he stayed alive that long. That was a really good W key game, man. They got placement in a W key game. That's a W in my books. All right, so we're gonna hop in the last game, see how they played out, and hopefully we'll see something different. Or we get to see their bread and butter, man, and see what makes them so good. All right, so they actually ended up getting Loot Lake uncontested for the last game, which I know they're happy about. So now they're just chilling. It's the Pleasant Park zone. There's actually no people in the half in, half out right now, so let's see if they recognize that. An early rotate here might not even be a bad play. Let's go look at their inventory real quick again. So they don't really have too much mobility. They didn't get the best loot out of Loot Lake. Maybe it ended up being contested and they just rotated it out, played it safe since they wanted to play for Endgame for this last game. So it looks like one player is going to be playing Baller, and while the other 2 Impulse, which isn't a bad play at all. Scented wants to take this time to go for some tags, maybe even a kill on these guys. Really separated from his teammates, so you got to be careful. But it isn't an issue. Oh my goodness. Scented just tries to bully this guy. What the hell? And that's a clicks play right there if I've ever seen it. So they group up on Edgey. He wants to save his ball for as long as possible. I think it's smart, especially comes down to this, trying to get his ball up here. So let's see what's gonna really occur. They're not really going for any beams. They sort of can't really get anything right now. They're really low ground. Sort of unfortunate that they don't have the same utility they did in the other games. Trying to bully this guy in edge zone. Oh, unfortunately, they don't get a kill there. There's so much loot over there, and then the zone goes on top of the hill, man. This is probably the worst it could be for the team right now. So let's see what they're gonna do, man. Honestly, what I would do is just say they just gotta play solo, man. Ooh, actually, this is a smarter play. I'd probably look for a launch pad first for another team. And oh my goodness, that's a great heads up play by Scented. Takes a lot of damage. Hopefully they have some chug splashes for the homie. One person impulses, the other person. Oh, you won't be able to ball. No. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So one person smoke. Oh. That's unfortunate. I bet they would have won this game too if Scented would have stayed alive there. They needed chug splashes or something for the homie. Or maybe just moved his ball for him. It sucks that his ball was that deep. Should have been looking out for him. So now they have Really nothing. Just gonna frag out right here and try to make a play. Oh, they do have one impulse to get in the next zone. That works for Edgey. Not too sure about homie Rehx over there. Rehx is actually in an engagement right now. Just trying to stay alive. They're both solo. Oh, beautiful play. Oh, Edgey tries to regroup, man. That's a great play by Edgey. Ooh, great plays. Dude, heads up play by Edgey right now. Edgey's just playing his life, man. They're almost at the top 8 position right now. Sort of just playing really solo, which is all he can really do right now. Him trying to regroup down to Rehx can only hurt him. Zone does go off the mountain, which is good. It's easier to rotate downward than it is upward. Fun fact of the day. We're going to keep an eye on Edgey here. He's just getting really bullied. Ooh, almost gets a kill there. Sucks that he doesn't have a pump. Great aim, but got the max usage out of the combat. Great play by Rehx using his redeploy here. Does have a tiny bit of mats too. Again, he's probably just trying to play for that placement right now. 4 more teams away. Turbo bottom walls, not really trying to force anything. Scented right in his ear right now. Let's play it safe, man. We just need these 3 points, 3 points. I can hear it. So let's see where zone goes. It actually goes downhill. He might be trying to use a redeploy here. He might die because of the redeploy though, so you gotta be careful. Great rotate by Rehx. This is a beautiful play. Plays edge zone so he can serve some of his mats. Drops down. Use a redeploy. Then he's going to be going for a play here. Misses the shot. Almost got the kill there, but they actually did place 8, so they got 3 points there. Even if they didn't get any points in this game, they still would have gone first. But that's kind of crazy, man. Imagine if they actually got good loot and good rotation, man. They would have popped off and would have probably been plus 30 points on the second place team. So overall, what we could say about Scented, Edgey, and Rehx is that they're all mechanical players, man. They're all really good at mechanics, and they're really good at playing high ground, man. High ground is the way to do it. It's going for that high ground, that 6th to 7th zone. Sort of not fighting for a high ground and landing on the high ground team. They sort of play low ground, try to shoot the team that's playing high ground out, and then they 90 up there, which is just a really good place, really safe. You save mats there too, and you can play more as a team when you do that. Another thing is that they contest their drop for the loot. They don't go and just play balls the whole time and just be like, okay, as long as we survive. They win their early game fights against some of the best players. And Edgey, Rehx, Scented, they all pop off early game. So they fight for Loot Lake and they get good loot, man. Loot Lake has like 3 vending machines, sometimes even 4 depending on how you rotate. And they just are center of the map too, which also helps. Slipstream right next to them. They always centralize 3rd zone, 3rd to 4th zone. They always make sure the center because they will for sure get that next zone. And so they just save mats and then they just use their mats, pop off endgame. They don't do barely any mid-game fights. They don't go 3v3s. The only time that they really fight mid-game is that if they see an advantage of solo, someone get beamed, they play off of that. They just don't play off, oh, I hope that this team is a bad team. I hope that this team doesn't have a lot of shields. They play off of a lot of cues. So that's just great calling too. Really one of the best trios that I've seen, and it just shows here, man. They got 4 wins, really popped off. I'm surprised they didn't even get even more points. So it's kind of scary for this next trio event that's coming up. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys didn't make it this long, make sure to drop a sub and a like, and also share it to your friends. If you guys do want to see more videos like these in the future, make sure to comment down below. Also, if you guys want me to do a separate note sheet of sort of writing down what they do each game, that's really good to keep in mind. If you guys do want that, just let me know. I didn't get too many comments last time that you guys want that. And if you guys do want to support me, make sure to check out the links below. Follow me on my Twitch, and also use code Quinn in the item shop. And then that's really all. Peace out, guys. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your night, and I really do appreciate it if you guys making it this far into the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.